Hey, what is up, guys? It's Cameron Talks Football, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the J.J. Watt news when the Texans officially did release J.J. Watt, and in about the next hour to hour and a half, J.J. Watt would officially be released from the Houston Texans. All the paperwork is going to be figured out then, so he's going to be getting a jump start on pretty much free agency, which is pretty good for the end of his career. And I'm going to be doing a top five of teams that he can possibly go to, which is it's a pretty good team. Some of them are probably Super Bowl contenders, and then some of them are where people that he would want to play with are. And yeah, before I do get into the video, we are at about 316 subscribers. I would really appreciate it if you guys could sub to my YouTube, like the video, and share it. It really does help me out. I would want to create more content for you guys, and doing that really does help so more people can see it other than everyone that does normally watch it. But now getting into the top five, at the number one spot, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. The reason I have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the number one spot is because TJ, and Derek Watt already played there. So if you have all three of the brothers, that would look really good on paper, and I believe JJ, TJ, and Derek Watt would love to have that. There would be like things going all around. Everyone would love it. They'd add to that great defense that they already have. Him and TJ Watt either on one side or one on both sides would be a pretty great addition for that Steelers team, and it's going to be a lifelong dream for all three of the JJ Watt brothers to finally have together. And then at the number two spot, we have the Packers. The reason that I have the Packers at this is because they really do need a strong defensive player. You could see it when they played the Bucs. They really didn't play that well. So I think if they add a great strong pass rusher to add with Zadarius Smith and also Preston Smith, I think that they can be a really great team to really develop into that Super Bowl contender. They were just one. They were just one game away from being in the Super Bowl, and I think the reason for that was because of their defense, not just because of their corners and Desmond King getting torched by Scotty Miller and everyone on that Buccaneers front three or whatever you would want to call with the receivers and running backs. That he got torched by everyone, but I also think adding a strong pass rusher like J.J. Watt would be the thing that would need them to get over the hump and possibly even get them a Super Bowl, because at the point of this career, J.J. Watt really does want that ring. I don't know if he really wants pay. I don't know if he really wants to get paid as much as he would used to. I think now he's just going to want to get that rings. Like players like Adrian Peterson, he's probably going to want to go to the Bucs or something like that, which is pretty cool for him. And then at the number three spot, I have the Chicago Bears. The reason I have the Chicago Bears is because the Bears do like to build on that defense. They already do have a good defense. It's just that their offense was not the thing that could keep up with their defense and not make them those touchdowns that the Bears would when they would stop that offense. So I think if they complement J.J. Watt with Khalil Mack and Akeem Hicks, then and some great players that they have in the secondary, I think that Bears defense can become really great if they do figure out that quarterback situation. We don't know who they are going to add yet, and they are also going to need to find a receiver because Allen Robinson does look like he is going to be leaving in free agency, even though they do have great running backs in Tariq Cohen and in David Montgomery. I believe that they are probably going to try and get J.J. Watt, and if they can't, then they're going to more focusedly on that quarterback position and number one receiver again, because they do not have that. And then at the number four spot, I have the Patriots. The only reason I have the Patriots here is because the Patriots have a lot of cap space, and they also do need a really strong pass rusher. Other than that, I don't see them getting him. If they don't get him, I think they're going to try and either trade up in the draft, or they're going to get a really strong receiver. They might even try and get Allen Robinson or even Juju Smith-Schuster, which is pretty good for the Patriots. But I would like to see J.J. Watt go and get coached by one of the best coaches to ever coach the game in Bill Belichick, and also be coached by some great players on that defense like Devin McCourty, Patrick Chung, Dante Hightower, and all of them. I believe that they can become that great defense that they do want to have there again in New England, but I think they will fix that offense first, mainly starting off with that quarterback position because Cam Newton did not play well this season, and everyone could easily see it. He just did not look like Superman Cam or MVP Cam, whatever you want to call it. He did not look like that great player that everyone was expecting to have when he joined New England. And at the fifth spot, I have the LA Chargers. The reason I have the Chargers here is because they look like they might release or part ways with Melvin Ingram, their defensive end. And if they do part ways with him, I think they're gonna complement Joey Bosa with J.J. Watt, and then also probably slowly build onto that defense because I like that offense that they do have over there in for the Chargers. But I think if their defense gets healthy again with Derwin James and all their other corners and safeties, and I think they'll add with those linebackers when they had some pretty good linebackers last year. I think if they do add J.J. Watt, that's gonna be that's gonna be a pretty scary edge rushers that they're gonna have with J.J. and Joey Bosa. And at a team that you could possibly see sneak in here is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The reason I say this is because J.J. Watt does want that ring, and I believe the Buccaneers would be that contender if he does want that ring. The other contenders would be the Steelers and the Packers, but I think the Buccaneers could have a chance here because I believe they're gonna have a good amount of money in free agency because Mike Evans is taking a pay cut to keep the team together and add some new pieces to it, which is a really selfless thing for him to do, and I really do like that to see that in a player if they want to keep that team together and possibly even add more players. And J.J. Watt would probably want to play on the same team as Tom Brady to see how he probably has played these past 20 years. And yeah, I believe that would be one of the top three. I believe the first one would be the Steelers just because his other brothers play there. At the number 2 spot, I see the Buccaneers, and then at the number 3 spot, I would see the Packers. And the reason and the sneaky pick just because of free cap space would be the Patriots. But if you guys do like my thoughts on where I do think J.J. Watt is going to be going, please make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and also comment if you are new so I know who is new watching my videos. And until then, I will see you guys later. Peace out.